Can you trade like this? Hi, it's Charlie giving you your Wednesday video. And what I mean by that is I was having a chat with one of our members earlier today, and he has, if I can bring my pen back into action, I just got rid of it. There it is, just off screen. He has just had a 1 to 90 risk to reward ratio trade. 1 to 90. So my question to you is, can you trade like that? That is a big risk to reward ratio, and that, I mean, it's fabulous, but it takes patience. If you go for bigger risk to reward ratio trades, then you need to have a lot of patience. And what I find in the general community out there is a lack of patience in the trading world. Large risk to reward ratios, I mean, that's huge. I mean, that is very, very large. And very large risk reward ratio trades don't happen that often. So that you don't expect them to happen every week or every month even, or even every 6 months. They're quite a rare type of trade. But and his trade was started back here on the euro dollar back in November. So as you can imagine, the patience to start your trade back somewhere over here, and it was in the 115 zone, he was saying, and hold on to it, firstly, through all of this chop, which creates indecision. It's easy to look back with the benefit of hindsight, but he had to sit through all of this, and even here he was saying that this move here, this short-term move, which was so strong in the short term, he said, I thought, oh, that's it, it's probably going to carry on coming up and then stopping me out. But it didn't, and then it rolled over. Fair enough, rolled over. But even he still had to sit through, bounces like this into March of this year. Just turn the pen off so I can move this forwards. And then other bounces through here until finally, just in this last week, last week I think it was, he closed out. He didn't close out right at the lows of today or yesterday. In fact, like he said, he closed out at around about 102. Now, what was quite interesting with this is that he was actually a bit upset with himself because he said, well, I said, I don't know, he said he felt that he should have held on to some for parity down here. But that's another issue. See, we all have issues. He was looking for absolute perfection, but we don't get absolute perfection in our trading. So my question to you is, what's your best ever risk to reward ratio trade? Mine, I think, is 1 to 56. I think that's the biggest one that I've ever had. The thing is with looking for bigger risk to reward ratios, I mean, you're not going to get these sorts of trades materialize all of the time. They happen, far less frequently. If they were happening all the time, would be making such a ridiculous amount of money, it would be untrue. So they don't happen all of the time. But when they occasionally come in, which might be once a year or once every 2 years, they're really nice, and they can make your quarter, they can make your 6 months, they can make your year. I spend a lot of time with our members talking about their risk to reward ratios, and looking for and trying to hold on to our winners, and that bit further, and when we're identifying profit targets and the likes, rather than being your typical trader who gets in here, has a really wide stop loss down here and exits here, and ends up having a massively inverted risk to reward, which is the reality of what goes on with a large number of retail traders out there around the world. So what we want to do is, where we can, is learn patience. And if we can learn that patience in the market, and patience comes in many formats, it's the patience to hold on to trades, if you've identified a target and trying to hold for that specific target. But it's also the patience to wait for certain trades to come along and not to overtrade. Another big factor that we see with lots of retail trades out there is they want to feel like they're doing something. They want to be busy. And so this is another issue for a lot of traders, is that they feel they should be doing lots of trades every day or every week or whatever. And if you actually are honest with yourself and if you logged all of your trades, you'd realize that probably you trade too much, because a lot of the time traders do. And so what we don't want to be is a busy fool, to use the old expression. So we don't want to be like that. And what we can learn is that we can actually make really good returns. Now, that 1 to 90 is exceptional. But even then, we can make, even if we're looking at risk rewards in the 1 to 5s here and there. You're not going to get 1 to 5s all the time either. But if we can start to look at our trading in a way where we can say, okay, I don't need to fight to bank profit as soon as I can, then you start to go into this style of trading as well, where you're not looking for action all of the time, because you realize that you can make huge gains by not taking trading action all of the time. I've just a couple of weeks after doing the last update on the challenge account, and the challenge account has now hit 200% in the last 2 years. So just gone past the 2nd year anniversary, and I can categorically say that there's hardly any day trading going on in that, and that's 200% return in 2 years. So okay, I am a bit more aggressive on that. I risk up to 2% per trade on that. But needless to say, I'm not taking 10 trades a day or 3 trades a day, whatever. There's not that type of trading going on. I run Charlie Burton trading. We run all of the room sessions, doing all this stuff. We're not sitting there having to take loads of trades all of the time. But when the right trades come along that do end up making some decent profits, then we hook into those. And so the point that I'm trying to make is you don't have to do loads and loads of trading. Spend your time, yes, immerse yourself in the markets, because I do, but I'm certainly selective on the trades that I do take. Anyway, some food for thought there today. If you have got a big risk reward ratio trade that you've had, even if it's if your biggest one is 1 to 4, then brilliant, great, that's excellent. It's still a very, very good risk reward ratio trade. Let's see what yours have been. But 1 to 90 is very exceptional, but nevertheless, let's see if there's some more normal ones out there. I say normal, but maybe some lower ones out there that you may have. As always, if you do like the videos, give me a like and a thumbs up. Is that the same thing? I think it is. Take care for now. I'll see you at the weekend.